What is good, everybody? How we doing? We are back once again with some more reactions. As you can see, I am not in my apartment. I'm actually down visiting my parents for Christmas, so I figured I'd bring my stuff with me so I can still bring you guys content over the holidays. But today we have YouTubers who have spent time in jail or in prison. Let's check it out.
These are 10 YouTubers who have spent time behind
Logan
bars,
Paul?
and we're going to list them from 3 hours in jail to 50 years in prison, beginning with Sam Pepper and Ice Poseidon, who got arrested together for the dumbest reason imaginable.
Never heard of him.
Back in mid-2018, Sam and Ice had the genius idea of hiding in a purple wooden Fortnite llama on wheels, so they could sneak past security into VidCon, where they'd stay and film a 24-hour overnight challenge. Everything seemed to be going well in the beginning, as Sam and Ice cruised into the convention, whilst filming and laughing at security through a little peephole. However, the two seemed to forget that they were live streaming to thousands of people, and it would only take one call to VidCon to have their whole plan shut down.
Yeah.
This call would happen less than 10 minutes after getting inside, which is followed by security and police walking straight up to them before they'd be arrested.
Wow.
Go ahead and step out. Yeah.
Come on, fellas. They did not really think that through. You know, if you're live streaming, someone's gonna call VidCon and tell them that you're coming. So, yeah.
What is all this?
The two were taken back to the police station, banned from VidCon for life, and given a notice to appear in court, which eventually resulted in a further 2 years probation, $100 in fines, and 80 hours of community service. Sam Pepper and Ice Poseidon's arrest was short-sighted and idiotic. However, it still wasn't as stupid as the time Logan Paul was sent to jail for a whole day after getting arrested in Italy.
For what?
It happened back in 2017 when Logan was in his obnoxious vlogger phase. Prior to the arrest, Logan's group had disrespected Italian norms, gotten kicked out of hotels, and had filmed locals without their permission. So by the time the group made it to Italy's famous Colosseum, they were bound to get into trouble. Logan began by stating that he knew flying a drone over the Colosseum was illegal.
I understand drone shots here are illegal, so let's definitely do that.
However, after putting the drone in the air anyway, the military were able to capture it.
I found it, ellipsis. Military has it.
And Logan was arrested shortly thereafter.
I just don't understand how some of these YouTubers have no shame. I mean, getting in trouble with the police, especially when you're overseas, it's just stupid to me. But yeah, it might get you a bunch of views. I'm sure he got a crap ton of views on this video, but for me personally, I could never do any of this crazy stuff.
Fly of a drone in this area is illegal.
No bueno.
I must arrest you for this.
Okay.
After being released from jail later that afternoon, Logan was straight back to his idiotic self.
Yo, I'm a savage, bro. Free my boy Logan.
I'm sorry. I'm so glad he's much more bearable nowadays, but this version of Logan Paul was very, very annoying, I have to admit.
Can't stop, Logan!
And if anything, seemed proud of what had happened.
I went to jail, bro. I've been in jail, bro.
While Logan did have to spend a full day behind bars, his punishment wasn't nearly as bad as Sniper Wolf's, who after being charged with armed robbery, had to spend multiple nights in jail. It happened.
Armed robbery? Her? What did she do?
Back in 2013, before Sniper Wolf became a big YouTuber, and the incident was explained in a video appropriately titled My Jail Story.
Wow,
she explained that while shopping at a department store, she was asked by security to check her bag, yet since Sniper Wolf didn't want this to happen, she pushed the security guard and ran back to her car.
He stopped me, asked for my bag, and pulled it from me. I didn't know what to do.
You pushed him!
I ran away and got in my car.
Sniper Wolf seemed confident that she didn't actually have anything in her bag.
I didn't even steal anything and they had no proof I did.
Yet under
if you didn't steal anything, then you shouldn't have a problem just opening your bag. If I'm shopping at Nike and the alarm goes off and the security guard's like, hey man, can I check your bag? I'm gonna be like, yeah, why the hell would I run off? That's so dumb.
Hey.
They took me to the police station jail, they took mugshots, and they asked us a ton of questions.
She was then charged with armed robbery.
I was charged with armed
But
robbery.
armed, though?
They said it wasn't official charges. They could just pretty much charge us whatever they want right now.
Before she'd be sent to a larger jail complex, where she remained for 3 days before being released.
I was in jail for almost 3 days.
Yet this wouldn't be the last time that Sniper Wolf ended up behind bars. Because 3 years later, Sniper Wolf would take to Twitter to make a new post reading, so neighbors called the cops because they heard screams screaming, and I got arrested for disorderly conduct, lol at my mugshot though. This post was followed by a video simply titled Arrested, in which Sniper Wolf explained that she'd been
16 million views. My goodness. Goodness gracious, man. But what I don't understand about her first offense is why they calling it armed robbery. I thought that armed robbery was like you're holding up somebody with a gun. She just like shoplifted. I mean, I don't know why they would charge her with that, but very interesting.
Taken to jail for the night after getting into a petty fight with her boyfriend.
So of course I was screaming. I got arrested for disorderly conduct. So apparently you're not allowed to scream in your own house.
And while it definitely feels like Sniper Wolf isn't telling the full story about both of her jail terms, there's definitely missing details for the next YouTuber who was sentenced to 15 months in prison for playing a prank on a homeless person. Back in 2017, a Spanish creator with over 1 million subscribers called Reset thought it would be a good idea to take the filling out of an Oreo, replace it with toothpaste, and give it to a homeless person.
Are you serious, man? I mean, if he's doing pranks like this to homeless people, I can only imagine what his other content is like. But you gotta be a really evil and low down person to give a homeless person an Oreo filled with glue. Who thinks about this stuff? This guy had over 1 million subscribers. This is what people want to see? Ugh.
Despite stating that the toothpaste-filled Oreo would help the homeless man clean
Toothpaste. Sorry.
his teeth, the community began to destroy Reset, creating a 125,000 signature petition to have his channel deleted, which accompanied a 19 million view video by Auron Play titled Reset, the most stupid on internet. However, Reset's worst punishment was still yet to come, as after the homeless man's daughter noticed the backlash on the internet, she'd take legal action against the YouTuber, and Reset ended up in court. The judge, Rosa Aragonés, noted that it was not an isolated event, and the social media star had a propensity for cruel behavior and preying on easily or vulnerable victims. She found him guilty of violating the man's moral integrity. Reset
and this is who they followed? All of his subscribers just like followed this man? Really?
was sentenced to 15 months in prison and was ordered to pay 20,000 euros to the homeless man. Reset also received a 5-year ban from all social media, with this sentence commencing in June 2019, meaning he'll be able to return to YouTube in June 2024.
Look at these views, man. Dad, are you printing something? Anyway, I could only dream for views like that on my channel consistently, but he's known for cruel behavior. This is who people follow. God, that's just, it's an enigma that I have yet to understand on YouTube.
Although certainly with a downtrodden reputation. Beamscore was another 1 million+ subscriber channel who managed to land themselves in prison, although for an even longer time than Reset. The two owners of the family channel, Billy and Eva, were often seen on social media with luxury cars and extravagant homes, yet it turns out that not all of their money had been made through their YouTube channel. Because on the 23rd of February 2020, they'd upload a video titled "We Kept This a Secret Long Enough, We Were Arrested," in which they'd explained that they had a court date for an unspecified charge.
Yes, we were arrested.
They're trapping.
We have a very important day. We have a sentencing day. That will change our lives forever, for the good or for the bad.
A month later, it was revealed that the couple were being accused of identity theft and defrauding the government, having accessed or attempted to access social security accounts belonging to over 1,400 different individuals without the victim's knowledge or authorization.
And they had the audacity to flex for social media. When they out here doing identity theft of government funds, and getting access to social security accounts for over 1,400 different people? And you got the nerve to flex, my boy? Really?
Stealing identities to make money. That was my hustle back then. And I knew what I was doing was wrong, but it was just, I needed a way to make money.
The couple explained that all of this had
Find a different way to make money, man.
YouTube, although this didn't seem to matter to the judge, who sentenced the couple to 3 years in prison.
I got 2 years, and Ivani got 1 year.
I got a year and a day.
She has a year and a day.
As well as ordered them to pay back
Watch
the
it get 1 year.
$94,000 that they had stolen.
Wow.
In true Family Channel fashion, they then used their time in prison as clickbait for content, yet this behavior wasn't nearly as bad as Russian YouTuber Ruslan Sokolovsky, who was sentenced to
Who is
3.5 years in prison for playing Pokemon Go in a church. In early
In a
August
church?
2016, Sokolovsky filmed a video of himself catching Pokemon in Yekaterinburg's Church on Blood. The video stirred up a controversy among believers, while a criminal case was initiated in accordance with the Russian Criminal Code's articles, citing incitement to hatred and enmity, denigrating human dignity, as well as violating the right to freedom of conscience and religion.
What?
The alleged crime, playing Pokemon Go inside an Orthodox church. Sokolovsky shared a YouTube video that showed him playing the smartphone game. His video went viral and prompted a police investigation. Officials said the video was one of many by the young blogger that questioned or criticized the church.
In May 2017,
Wow.
approximately 1 year after posting the Pokemon Go video, Ruslan was handed a 3.5-year suspended prison term, and while his 500,000 subscriber YouTube channel is pretty much dead these days, he's still yet to spend any time behind bars.
Wow. Now, obviously, Russia has different rules. I never thought somebody can play Pokemon Go in a church and get years in prison. But again, he's playing in an unorthodox church, so I don't know what kind of rules they have in there, but they're definitely strict.
Jens the Beast had a harsher sentence than anyone else on this list so far,
Jesus
although he was
Christ.
actually able to use YouTube to improve his reputation after getting out of prison.
How
Jens
so?
the Beast explained that his life began to spiral out of control following the death of his mother at the age of 24. He was sent to prison for the first time back in 2009 after getting into an altercation with a nightclub bouncer, yet after finishing this first prison stint, he was sent back 2 more times, totaling 4 years spent behind bars. During his final stint, Jens made the decision to get his life together.
The last prison sentence that I got, I used a lot of my time finding myself with cognitive therapy and anger management, stuff like that, so I cleared up my mind, decided that I'm not going back.
And after being released from prison, he launched his own coaching program before joining Rich Piana's 5% Nutrition Group.
I was just about to say, he looks just like, well, his arms look just like Rich Piana's arms. I mean, Jesus Christ. They're bigger than my freaking head, man.
And with the assistance of YouTube and Instagram, Jens was able to turn his life around completely.
That's awesome.
3 years ago, I was released from prison, and now I got 2 companies going, working with clients all over the world and doing expos, and got so many fans and followers. I'm really, really grateful.
However, while Jens
That's
is
awesome,
certainly
man.
one of the scariest looking people on the platform,
Very scary.
his 4 years in prison still seems minor when compared to Saucy and Honey, who are facing a 7-year sentence for a YouTube prank.
This may have been fun for those YouTubers, but tonight they're facing some serious felony charges and up to 7 years in jail.
In February 2022, the 25,000 subscriber channel,
They only had 25,000. What the heck did they do?
posted a video titled 24-Hour Overnight Challenge in Target.
We are supposed to spend the night in Target. We're gonna spend overnight in Target.
After
I can't believe they actually thought this was gonna be a great idea. I cannot believe you thought spending the night in Target was a good idea. Did they not once think of the ramifications of their actions? Apparently not.
introducing the video, the two would hide in the store and wait for it to close. They then walk around filming themselves before walking out in the morning, stating that they've been there all night.
We successfully completed our overnight challenge.
And they, of course, they filmed everything. And they have all the evidence they need to take them to court. Dear Lord.
The video went up like any other. However, the couple was arrested after the video was watched by police.
Stupid! Police saw the video and arrested Johnson LaRose and Charlotte Fisher.
Dummy!
For criminal trespassing and conspiracy.
Criminal trespass, which is a felony of the 3rd degree. They're not entitled to be there, which makes it a crime.
Not only did the news expose their challenge as fake, using security camera footage which showed them leaving the store at 3 a.m. But after being arrested, the two were charged with criminal trespassing, conspiracy, and are now facing up to 7 years in prison.
7 years?
However, 7 years.
That's a bit much, in my opinion. I mean, 7 years, people. Think about that for a second.
is still nothing when compared to
I've seen this guy around YouTube before.
whose 10 years in prison acted as a basis for him to become a multi-millionaire. Now, Wes was already a millionaire prior to entering prison. However, this money had been earned via illegal activity and would therefore also become the reason for his time behind bars. After 10 years in the California prison system, Wes decided that he was ready to get his life together, and instead of taking on a normal post-prison job, he instead created a YouTube channel titled GP Penitentiary Life Wes Watson.
He actually has good content.
Began to tell stories about what prison was really like.
Him
His
and Big Hurt.
prison-like image helped all of his videos to explode in popularity.
So I went on that YouTube channel and it blew up. Every video got millions of views. I got 100,000 subscribers in 28 days.
And with his physique
28
also being
days?
in a very enviable position from his time
Bro, I could barely get to 60K.
away, Wes sold fitness programs and coaching via his social media channels. Wes also put out a book, and only 3 years after being released from prison, Wes had once again become a multi-millionaire.
That's why I've been able to make myself a millionaire and stay fit this quick. 3 years after doing 10 years in
like
prison.
crazy.
Everybody told me, Wes, get a real job. Like, how are you gonna support a family online coaching? Ha!
Which accompanied a whole new series of videos in which Wes preaches the importance of good habits in the most brutally honest way possible.
You will have zero value in your life, zero worth if you don't put the work in. If you crack that bottle and think it's gonna do it, massive downside. Hey, look at me. I'm having so much fun.
Yo, Wes is actually so unintentionally funny. I first found this dude when I was watching Big Hurt, and on his channel, much like Wes, he talks about how prison changed him and what you should do and what you shouldn't do when you get to prison and stuff like that. It was really interesting. I've never been to prison, and I don't plan on going to prison, but it was really cool content though.
And we know how you look in the morning throwing up in the toilet, looking at your bank account all.
However, while prison led Wes Watson to become a successful motivational speaker, for the final YouTuber on our list,
Who the
the
hell is this
opposite
dude?
happened, and being a motivational speaker led him into prison. He was
Really?
a Mexican YouTuber by the name of German Loera MX, and as mentioned previously, he was known for posting motivational and business content to his channel with over 5,000 subscribers.
Wow.
However, instead of engaging
Only
in legitimate
5,000.
business practice, German instead decided to make money by kidnapping someone and holding them for a $100,000 ransom. 2
What?
days after doing so, he was caught by police and was sentenced to 50 years in prison, where he remains to this day.
50 years. He decided to kidnap somebody? Why? What's the motive? You're doing so well, you're getting views, and you think about just kidnapping somebody? You know, one person that I thought I was gonna see in this video was Gen Kid, and he would have been perfect for this compilation of just people getting in prison. But it's very interesting. Sorry, that's the printer. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, guys, very interesting video. I gotta say the couple that went to Target was the most surprising to me. 7 years just for spending the night in Target? I think that's kind of excessive in my opinion. Maybe like 1 year, or maybe just a lot of like community service or probation, or I don't know, but 7 years in prison, Jesus. That's a lot. But anyway, guys, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next reaction video. Peace!